Hey everyone, it's Groovasex. Welcome back to the next video for Dungeon Crusade. And I have to apologize, the last video cut off, but I believe, I got sidetracked for a moment, but I believe I was talking about ambushing monsters. When you cannot place a tile, like I had to place 4 tiles, and I could only place 3, and I got ambushed. But I meant to tell you that what you're allowed to do is you're allowed to go to the next hero, and you can ask him, can you see something to explore, like an unexplored edge? And you're allowed to pass that tile to another hero if they're in a room that where they can see. So let's just say our rogue was right here, and our archer had that last tile to place. We could go to him, and he could actually place that tile right here. So, and what happens is, since they're all here in this siege tile, they can't see anything more than what the archer can see. So as a result, it's kind of like, since you didn't go looking for the monsters come looking for you, and that's an ambush. And I think I talked this before, the torch, there's only 5 torches in the whole game. So we put this torch down and we kill the darkness in this room. So no bonus, the monsters don't get any bonuses at all. And mid to late game, this really starts to get a lot harder as unexplored edges start, getting scarce. And you really kind of want to save your torches towards that part of the game. Okay, so we talked about that, and let's start placing the monsters. And that's what I said, was that since an ambushing monster always gets the first initiative, okay, if we couldn't place 3 tiles and none of the heroes could see, we'd have to give them 1, 2, and 3 initiative tokens, and that's them ambushing you. So what we're going to do is we're just going to place him adjacent to the archer. Now he's going to get to attack first, of course, and we're going to continue to place the other monsters here. So there was 1 in this room, so we take that token off, come over to the monster deck, and it's a human cultist. So how this works is, since it's caddy, we go right up to the next hero, and this monster will go with the next hero. And something I wanted to talk about, these I actually had in the very, very original Dungeon Crusade I did. I think I called these guys, like, I can't remember, Dark Sorcerers or something. But one of their specials, as I was talking before about how he has hatred, skeleton warriors have hatred, they were going to have something called Dark Summoning. And when they're in a dark room, he does his attack, but also you're going to roll a d20. And what that does is, if it rolls 11 or 20, you bring a monster out of the discard pile and put it in that room. So he's going to bring monsters back from the discard pile, and if there's not one available, you go to the top of the deck. And actually, we're probably going to get to see that right here, because he is in a dark room. And don't you love the little creatures on the floor? Actually, it goes that one. Anyway, back to the game. So we'll actually get to possibly see this in action right now. Okay, so then the last one over here is this monster tile, and we take the last monster, and it is a zombie. And hopefully, again, guys, you'll see the more finished, or my idea of finished, monster and hero cards on the next video. And we place him here. So we placed everyone, and now we're going to put the remaining tokens out. And there will be 6, I believe, right? Okay, so starting here with the archer, since it's her turn, she will go on the 7th turn. And then we go to the next monster, this human cultist, and he will act on the 2nd. So yes, he's going to be actually doing that dark summoning. We pulled 3 for the rogue. Come down to the next one, and it would be for this zombie here, and then 5 for the barbarian, and the last one goes to the cleric, 4. Okay, so as I said, he starts the round off. He's ambushing, and so since this is kind of blocked here, and that's blocked here, these tiles you can't move on to because, like, the darkness is there. So he's going to just attack. Oh wait, before we do that, we placed the monsters. Almost forgot this. We went from movement, we explored, now it's the encounter. And what the encounter track does is, as we're revealing light and dark rooms, that moves. Now there's not going to be this many in the finished game. There's probably going to be about 12 encounters, but they're going to be very devious, I'm thinking, a lot different from what these are. And they're not going to happen very often, unless this really starts to move down. So what we would do is, for the encounter phase, we roll a d20, and we consult that. If we hit 18, 19, 20, an encounter happens. and we're safe. It's 3, encounters done. And these aren't going to happen very much, but they're a nice, effect to have for the heroes if something could happen. Okay, so now we can start the combat. And of course he will start first, and we're going to use his tactic for now until I get some of these monsters nailed down. And it's going to be if he's adjacent to a hero and he attacks the hero with a bite, and this could do 3 damage, and she doesn't have that many hit points, at least for this version of Dungeon Crusade. So this is good for add a +9 to this, and most definitely hits with that. So we take 3 hits to the archer, and she's only got right now 6. And something, again, if this all goes through, these heroes are going to have probably a little more health than what they have in this edition. Okay, so that's done, and now we go to this human cultist. And as I said, his special is going to be dark summoning, so we're going to try this out now. And what it is you take a d20, and I'm figuring on 11 through 20 he can bring a monster out of the discard pile and spawn it next to him, and he would act immediately. And he does not do it, but he is going to get to move. And right now, because I don't have the cards made up, we're just taking the AC and dividing it in half, and that's going to be the movement until I get the cards done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he got right up to the archer, and his attack for right now is a +6, and he can do 1, and she could be poisoned if this hits. So let's roll. And that's a 6, and a 6 is 12, and no, her AC is 15, so she is safe. So now we go to our rogue. Now in combat, they can move. They can move twice, or they can attack and move. So we're just going to have to get him into this room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2. I guess for right there, and that ends that for his turn. And then next up would be our cleric Thorgrim. He would go 4th, and we'll move him up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3. So he's like kind of underneath that archway to this door. We'll put this over here to the side. So he really can't, she can move 1 more up. So, but he can't attack because he used all his movement. He used 2 movements, so he can't attack. And then lastly, Thorgrim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's it for right now. Whoops, I'm sorry. Look at me, I was getting ahead of myself with that. So he moved next, and then the zombie's going to move here. So 6. So the zombie, so he has 11 rounded down, so the zombie is slow moving, because that would be, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And he can attack the rogue there. And so we take the d20, and his attack is right now +5. So what we're going to do is roll. 5 and 5, that's no good. So he does not hit him. And I believe Caddy can have a shot now. So she will be ending this combat round. And she's got that bow. And you know what I'm thinking? Check this out. So I'm going to move her right over here. 1, 2, 3. Now remember, she has that rare Bow of Wicked Force. It adds 4. And the roll, you only roll once, but in a straight, a diagonal, or horizontal path, it's going to go continue. So she can hit all of these monsters, right in a row. So let's try this out. You know what? What a cliffhanger. There's going to be another video, and we're going to see if she can hit all these monsters right here. And, before I go, that's one of the reasons why, I said when I roll dice, because, since it's tactical, these, say maybe when we did this, the monster didn't end up here and there, but just by chance, all these lined up. So now she can have a shot. So when we come back, we're going to see if she can hit all these monsters. So I'll see you soon.